In 1998, a family moved into an old abandoned house near a quiet village. It was a very large house. Though it had been empty for many years, they were perfect to begin with. They thought the house was just old, but no one knew what was lurking inside. Initially, things were normal and nights were quiet. Then things changed and something strange began to happen. Doors would slam on their own, and sometimes they would hear footsteps walking around while no one is around. They tried to make light of it and dismissed it as mere imagination. However, that is the moment when the horrors started materializing. One evening, the youngest son told his parents something that would freeze them to their bones. "There was this shadowy figure sitting in my room staring at me with cold, empty eyes," he said. He shook with his voice, describing how the figure didn't move, just watch him in silence. The family tried to comfort him, but the fear in his eyes was unmistakable. She was in the kitchen that night when she heard whispers, soft, eerie voices coming from the walls. The words themselves were not clear, but the tone was unmistakable, full of malice. As she cautiously moved toward the source of the sound, the air in the room turned frigid and the whispers grew louder. She froze when she saw a shadow dart behind the wall, as if someone was standing just out of sight watching her. Huddled together with some fright, the family looked up to the elderly for their advice. The elders with somber faces told the dark tale of the house. It had been years ago when, in that room where the whispers are heard, some man had died under mysterious circumstances. His death could never be explained, and his spirit was said never to have left the house. He was said to roam the house as his restless soul, looking for revenge on whoever would take his place in that house. Now afraid, that family gathered up, snuck out of the house one night, packed up whatever they may have had, and walked away with a whole lot of, leaving behind absolutely anything they would be building around this house to utter nothingness. Once others did it and settled in everything, as so one report, then another came forward, from each with a harrowing experience with sounds and shadows and overpowers of things that just are. The house, full of hopes a few years ago, is now vacant, and no one has ever dared to step inside since then. The whispers seem to have remained there, waiting for another soul brave enough to enter the house.